Oh my word.
Like that.
Well, yeah. Jeez.
I don't like that.
I do.
This is Steve. Steve made the foolish mistake of buying a house instead of a Tesla. So now he's driving our Tesla. He's about the 9th person to drive it. So we're going to have another little drive round, a little bit of a test drive. This is his lad in the back. One point to note here is, he's just got in the back. The first thing he said was, my head's touching the roof. How tall are you?
6 foot.
6 foot, and his head's touching the roof. So top tip, get a panoramic roof and you won't have that problem. What do you reckon to it?
It's beautiful.
How does it compare to driving your Outlander? On electric, not on petrol.
It's completely different.
Oh fuck!
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's different to the Mitsubishi. There's a lot more power in it.
Okay, good.
This is the lowest model.
It's the slowest model, yeah. This is.
What does it do? 0 to 60?
About 5.5, but I've done it a few times and it's a little bit quicker than that. In the wet, you'll be over 5.5, but in the dry, because the traction control just comes in. But in the dry, it's I've seen a little bit faster than that.
So can you pay for it to be upgraded?
You can pay for you won't get any more performance out of it. It's always going to be rated at 5.5 seconds. But
the range can go up.
You can, but the problem is, because this is a software limited battery, it's limited to 60 kilowatt hours. But actually, I've emptied it and got 62.5 kilowatt hours usage. So, but the 75 only gives you 73 or 72.5 kilowatt hours. So by upgrading to what is sold to you as 15 kilowatt hours, you only gain 10.
Yeah.
And that's £7,850. I think they've just put the price down. Do you want to pay 785 quid per kilowatt hour? That's insane, isn't it? It is insane. Have you seen autopilot, Steve?
Yes, we had a go in that last one, the higher one you had.
Ah, yeah.
So has this got autopilot on it?
Yes, it has. Yeah.
Cool.
When we get some a decent bit of road,
Yeah.
I'll,
Speed time.
oh my word!
Shit, that'd never get boring.
It does get a little bit boring.
Does it?
Yeah.
No
It
way.
does.
I believe
It wears off. The thing is, you get used to it, don't you?
So you never do it anymore?
It's nice when you want to put your foot down and get round somebody. It's nice to do that, but it's the problem is. So I had a ZX12R.
Yeah.
And that was a fast bike, really fast bike. But actually, the more you ride it, you become used to it, and then you want something faster, and it becomes quicker. You want more and more and more and more. So ultimately, this becomes just normal.
Yeah.
But for you, it feels very quick because you're used to your Outlander.
Yeah. How do I turn autopilot?
What I'll do is when we just go through Smockington Hollow, we can flick it on, and then this is Autopilot 1. It's already outdated because Autopilot 2's out now, and I think last week they just started rolling out the updates to it because you bought it and you didn't actually get anything. I think they're at the point where they've got adaptive cruise or traffic aware cruise control. I think only works below 45 miles an hour.
Yes.
So
it is limited. Yeah.
If I just, that's it. If you let go, then just keep your hands near the wheel.
Yeah.
You'll take your foot off the throttle as well. And then
Yeah.
Well, sometimes.
So how do you lower the speed?
Just like that. So knock it down 1 mile an hour if you tap it gently, or give it a flick and it'll go 5 miles an hour. So
yeah, right, I haven't even seen that stuff.
Yeah.
That's free, guys.
That's great.
Do you not find it weird? Is that not off-putting to you?
It was the first time I did it. I was like, that's not. Yeah. And where you can see things coming up on the screen.
Yeah.
It's like, does it really know?
So all
no, I find it quite.
Will it just stop at this roundabout?
No. This one won't. Autopilot 2 ultimately will do that, but just be ready because this is quite a windy road. You know where I feel the speed's the best? not from a standing start, but actually from about 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, which the i3 is the same.
Yeah.
Rubbish from 0 to 15 now for the higher speed too.
Yeah. Okay, that's 95 miles an hour.
Yeah,
He's enjoying that.
Just goes at any speed though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Pull it towards you twice. That's it. If you pull it towards you once, that's your traffic aware.
Yeah.
That's your pull it towards you once. That's your traffic aware cruise control or adaptive cruise.
Yeah.
Twice is your autopilot.
So is it the same autopilot that you had on the one that you hired?
Yes.
Yeah.
The red one.
Yeah. Oh, steering wheel's lost it.
No, it's still got it, but it asks you to hold the steering wheel at
make sure you're
intervals.
awake.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy climbed in the back when he got it. That's brilliant. You seen that video? In Holland, I think it is.
And then if you just touch the brake now, you should be able to. That's just that will bring you to a nice stop there. No, I've not seen it.
There's a guy in Holland, and he puts it on autopilot and gets in the back.
Oh, jeez. I don't like that.
I do.
You're a full lunatic, you are.
You know when you're going to do it though.
Yeah, you're right. How's your neck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt the back end. Yeah.
But the traction control keeps it in line for you, keeps it in check.
Yeah.
Do you know, the thing for me is, you can't do this with a Tesla if you go to Tesla.
Yes, you're right. So you only get like a 20-minute test drive, don't you? And you can't.
Yeah. So ultimately, you go into Tesla, you're like, hi, I'm interested in Model S. And they say, well, what you can do is you can drive it with a guy sat next to you, which I understand.
Yeah.
But you need to go shopping in it, you need to drive around in it, you need to make sure it works for you. And that's one of the things that I fed back to them. They asked and they said, what can we change? You need to do extended test drives. But I think a lot of the problem there also is that they haven't got the cars. They just don't have enough cars to spare for people to go off swanning around in. So that was ultimately why we hired one for a week. What car have you got?
A brand new Renault Clio.
Brand new Renault Clio. Well, Renault do a Renault Zoe.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new one? We've had one
Rain's
of that.
good on it. Have you tried it?
We've got it.
2 people at work have got the older one.
Yeah, we've got it. We're using it at the moment. We've got it for a week. For me, I look at it and I think, the original battery was 22 kilowatt, I think, wasn't it? 22.
Yeah.
So, and they've gone from 22 to 41. Good. So they've gone from 22 to 41 kilowatt hours in the same space, just with about a 45 kilogram weight increase, which is amazing. However, I don't think they should be putting anything smaller than 60 in. 60, I think, chuck a 60 and that's the end of it. You don't need to mess around with anything smaller.
Yeah.
And then you've got a car.
But why aren't they putting 60s in cars?
I think
there must be a constraint. They're not doing it.
I think a lot of the problem is that, well, look at the Chevy Bolt. They've put 60 in.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And that'll do really well.
Yeah. So the Chevy Bolt, they've stuck a 60 in. The Zoe, they've stuck a 41 in.
Yeah.
And in my head, I think, well, why aren't they doing it? And I think it's because it's going to encroach on the sales of the internal combustion cars,
Possibly.
which will be where they make most of their profit. But we'll see. I suppose they want to do a slow transition, don't they? So they can keep a hold on what's going
maximise their
on.
profit from all the
mainstream
ICE cars.
But I think that 41 will be a really, really good selling car. A really good selling car.
Yeah. They're not great inside though. Have you been in one yet?
Yes. Yeah, I've test driven one.
Yeah.
The build quality is not amazing,
No.
but that's a Renault.
Yeah.
If you buy a BMW and you got Renault build quality, you'd be going mad, wouldn't you? But you buy Renault and you expect a certain level of build quality, and they're consistent with that, I think. What engine's in your Clio, mate?
1.5 litre diesel.
It's a diesel.
Yeah.
You didn't get a diesel. Oh my god! Why did you buy a diesel?
Price miles to the gallon.
What mileage do you do?
You can get 80 miles to the gallon.
No, what mileage do you do? What's your daily drive? Or
Oh, right, okay. Probably
Overall.
5 miles.
5 miles?
Yeah.
Oh, kill me now. Kill
What's
me
wrong
now.
with the diesel?
But
Diesels. If you go back 20 years, diesels were perfect. You can start them up, switch them off, start them up and switch them off. But did you say it's brand new?
yeah.
So you've got a diesel particulate filter on yours,
Yeah.
and what that does is that catches the particulates and puts them in a trap. And then when that trap builds up to a certain amount, when it gets to 45%, it will try and do what's called a passive regen. Okay, if you interrupt that again and again and again, they have to do a force regen, which means you have to get a mechanic to do the regen for you. If you don't get that force regen done, then you can end up having to take the DPF off, get it cleaned out, or replaced. And some of these DPFs are £1,000. So what you'll need to do is, on every couple of weeks, is take it up the motorway and give it a good 25-minute drive so it can get a regen done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the particulates that come out of diesels, well, the diesels and petrols are awful, but diesels are worse. Especially, you need to be doing 18.
The government were telling us they were really good for a long time.
They were, yeah. Do you remember Gordon
it's
Brown?
switched, yeah.
But go and buy a diesel, you get better MPG and all that, and then they say, well, what we're going to do is around the world we're going to start banning them. Oh God. Oh man.
Real.
Got it.
Seatbelts are good, I'll give you that.
Yeah, seatbelts are good.
Yeah. I like the seatbelt.
So,
So you're not a fan of diesels?
I hate them. The other thing is as well, right? I'm just going to give you a bit of a heads up here. Diesel particulate filters, high pressure pumps, rail pressure sensors, injectors. These are all really common faults on diesels. And Milan, Paris, Athens, and somewhere else are just banning diesels, so you can't drive them around the city.
Yeah.
London are charging people for using diesels.
Are they?
Yeah.
Jeez,
Yeah,
you talked
that's
something
up
they
to
didn't.
park, wasn't it? Yeah, to park. 50% extra to park diesels.
50% extra.
Yeah.
You know. Ultimately, what's going to happen is that's going to
Yeah.
Kill diesels.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And they need to be killed. You got people, but you got people driving the 4x4s outside schools, 4 miles to drop the kids off. The engine's not warm, so it's
Chucking loads of crap out.
yeah, most inefficient and most polluting. And you've got kids 5-6 years old walking to school who ain't got a choice.
Yeah. Well, we lease cars, so when they break, we just get another
Yes,
one.
yeah. Have you leased it?
Yeah.
Good man. Have you leased it to the point where you can give it back and say I want a petrol?
Probably not.
Give back a set on electric.
Yeah, I tell you what you should have got a Zoe.
Yeah, they were too dear though.
They are. That is the thing. There is still a massive difference, and you know what's going to happen.
And the range was poor at the time. It was only 80, wasn't it, in real world?
Yeah.
I think that they advertised it at 250, and
The new one?
Yeah.
Yes, they have. It's not going to get that.
It doesn't do anything near it.
No.
Anything near it.
At least they're trying. It's a step forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to get 200 out of the new one, aren't you?
Yeah. Do you know that's a bit of a push though?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's a bit of a push.
Because the i3, that BMW were pretty honest, weren't they?
Yeah.
They had the what's the test called? The ND whatever. it is.
NEDC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch
That
Robert
was-
Llewellyn?
Yes.
Did you see? He's got it summed up.
Yeah, it's a stupid test.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so I think the new i3 got over 200 on that.
Did it?
Yeah, and then BMW said no. In real world, you're going to get 150.
I think what they do is they push it. They get a bunch of blokes and they say, "Well, let's push it, and then let's work out how many kilowatt hours we've used." And then they say, "Jesus, we haven't used any energy." And they say, "Yeah, that's brilliant. This car will do 1,000 miles on the charge." So then,
It's part.
are you going to buy one?
Yeah.
Sold.
Eventually.
So what's happened now is I've let Steve go off for a few hours in the Tesla just to get a real feel for it. He's lent me his Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, which it's an older one, but it's very nice. And we'll see what he thinks when he comes back, if he comes back. Okay, so Steve and Jake had just come back from the 2-hour unaccompanied test drive. I let him take it on their own, and what did you think?
It was absolutely incredible. Thank you very much.
That's all right. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, the handling was the standout thing. Apart from the ridiculous speed, which it's capable of, the handling was just beautiful. So it was really nice drive.
Happy days. And Jake got to drive it as well. Now Jake drives a 1.5 Renault Clio diesel. So how do you find it?
A lot different. It was incredibly quick compared to my car. When you put your foot down, it actually moves. It's like a snail's pace.
Yeah.
But yeah, the steering is just amazing. It's impressive.
We also used autopilot on the motorway, which was which was very good. Not so good on country lanes and the like.
No.
It keeps going off and telling you to grab the steering wheel, but yeah, it was fantastic on the motorway and used the indicator to overtake. And yeah, it was
Good
very,
times.
very impressive.
So, bit of a thumbs up for Tesla and well done.